Hello and welcome to the Geek Den for the special issue look at the Star Trek Starship Collection Enterprise XCV-330. Here's the magazine. We'll have a look at the ship a little bit later on, but the box is so big. I mean, there's my hand against it. I mean, it's huge. It's so big. But we'll have a look at this in just a minute. Let's go through the book, because the book is fairly interesting, because this one there's no in-universe information. So don't get me wrong, it's a nice concept, and Eagle Moss have done a good job in doing it. Thus, this here, this is the in-universe information. All we know is drawings, and that was it. That's it. That's all we know. We know it's a sort of very early warp ship, a luxury liner. I think they classed it as 22nd century. Now it says Starfleet. It's obviously before the Federation, before obviously Enterprise as well. But yeah, it's just. That is it for the in-universe information. Then we come along to the history. So obviously it started its history very, very early on as one of the original concepts for the Enterprise. It did make a brief appearance, which is this here in the Star Trek motion picture film, which was here. It shows the evolution of the Enterprises. It goes into detail about how the ring design come along and how they incorporated it later on in the series. And basically where it goes, and a little bit of the history, starting all the way back from the original series, and it just keeps cropping up in Star Trek all throughout the Star Trek, including Into Darkness, which it was here, which is the model that Quantum Mechanics did. And yeah, it just doesn't give a lot of information. But here it goes into the motion picture, so the lost aliens. So all the aliens that they designed and come up with that are basically lost in time. It's really quite interesting, because this character here that they created is actually in the Star Trek Online game, and some of them have been mentioned over the time, but not really seen. And this just really goes into depth of. They actually created a backstory for all these characters and how they came about and how they designed the costumes and stuff. So that's quite interesting read. Then we have here, I do believe it's a bottom view of the Enterprise. So that's it for the model, for the magazine, shall I say. Now, all it is to do now is to have a look at this behemoth of a special. So let's open her up and take a look. And here she is, out of the box, and she is huge. There's a number of problems, obviously, with Eagle Moss. They don't know how to line up windows, so all these windows here are actually misaligned. And this section is black. I don't know why they've left it, and this here should be orange, because this is like the deflector dish that we have. But as you can see, it's absolutely huge. I'm actually going to bring in a normal box here, and just to show you the sort of size that we're talking about here. So here's the box. Let me just bring this out slightly, and it's just huge. It's just massive. It comes with a normal stand, so let's have a little look at the stand. We can actually stand it up like that. So this is the stand that we get. There's my number there. And it just slits on quite sturdy, and it's not it's not going to fall off. So these bits here, this round section here is plastic, and the long body of it is actually die cast. The whole thing, even up here, is die cast as well. And it's just, I'm going to get up some close up images here just to show you the windows are misaligned. But they're painted in white, so it's not too bad. It's when they're painted dark that it becomes a problem. And as you can see here, it's just not coloured at the front. Around the side here, we'll have a little look. We have the registration number here and the Enterprise sign on actual both sides of the ring. So as you can see, so that's a nice touch there. The ring itself is really detailed. It has these lines here. These are sort of a silver line, and then we have the gold or silver, depending on which way you want to. When you're looking straight out, it's silver, but at a slight glance, it's gold. It's quite a nice, I've got two-tone colour there. Then we have the back section, which consists of the engine, and you can actually see it's quite detailed. The engine section here. There we go. As you can see, it's just a really nice thing. It would look good on a work desk and your office desk. It's definitely more of a display piece than obviously all the Star Trek ships are, but this is much more of a nicer piece. And it's sort of it goes in with everything. We've got some nice detailing and paint apps here, as you can see. If we just turn it round, so it's quite nice. Like I said, it's very heavy. We've also got the registry number underneath the deflector dish. Yeah, the only downers I can say with this is obviously the misaligned windows and the lack of paint on the front here. Obviously, it'd be easy for people to just colour in. I'm not that confident in doing that. I don't want to ruin her. Obviously, you can stand her up like that if you wish, but she sits on the on there quite well. I'm just going to pan back a little bit just to show you. It's just absolutely huge. I mean, when you get this, or if you've got this piece, or if you're waiting to get this, it's huge. Now, I don't own any of the XL, the big ships that they've done the XL versions, but this is by far the biggest model I've got from Eagle Moss, and it's just spot on. It's so cool. It's so big. Now I've just got to find somewhere to display it. Anyway, thank you for joining us here. We always do Star Trek reviews and loads of other reviews, so make sure you check out our videos and click to subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you at our next video.